baby, cause this one's a screamer. Are you not entertained? Are you not entertained?
What's going on, Entertainment? So today I'm coming to you guys with another recap. Before I get started, make sure you guys hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, let me know what you guys think about this video, okay? So the episode starts off where left off, where Anthony gets hit by Chef D, aka the Bearston Bear, okay? So he ends up swinging on him, and apparently Chef D had rings on, all right? From my opinion, from what I've seen, I know a lot of people in the episode kept saying Anthony got his ASS whoop, he got his ASS whoop. I didn't see that. Maybe we didn't see it from another camera's vantage point, but it just looked like Anthony was just swinging. It didn't look like he was getting hit. So I was confused. So apparently he had rings on whole time. Play hair whole time, aka Salsa Dramatic.
They got big hands, rings on. Barbie can't fight. I don't have no ring. No ring.
Y'all need to go to
Swing. I'm not fighting.
So apparently Chef D had rings play her whole time. He had the rings whole time, right? So I guess we didn't see that footage of him getting his ass up because I didn't see it. So next thing you know, ARA and Chef D start arguing because Chef D was like, "Oh yeah, that's what he get." Blah blah. So Ara's just like, "That still wasn't right what you did though. That wasn't right what you did though. You know that wasn't right. You know that wasn't right." So Chef D's just like, "I don't want to care about that. Like, stop talking to me though, then nigga. Stop talking to me though." Stop. I don't really care like that. Like, is your name Santana? Okay, then shut up. Like, shut up. So he's just trying to shut Ara up, and Ara's just like, I'm not gonna shut up though. That's not what we gonna do. So I'm gonna keep talking. That was wrong what you did. That was wrong what you did. And I'm like, okay, Ara, we get the point, but you saying it in this moment isn't really doing anything. To be honest, you should have ran up and be like, boom! Especially what after Chef D, what he does in this episode to you, Ara. So I'm just saying. Next thing you know, we see Darrell go and check up on Anthony. And Anthony over there sitting there looking like a Siamese cat. He's just okay, because he had rings on. Chef D had rings on. Which I'm like, Chef D, like, you're just a big Bearston bear. Like, seriously, like, why would you do that? Like, first you do that, and then you end up sneaking Ara for no reason, which, y'all, he put out an apology, y'all, saying that he don't remember doing it. Now the girls got amnesia. I'm like, come on now. Like, y'all be playing on this Zeus Network too much. I'm telling you. So then, after that happens, we see Ras B starts to tell Anthony he should have came with a different approach. And Anthony, you could tell, wasn't feeling it. So he comes up and says, he's just like, I'm not gonna lie, nigga, like, you should have came with like a little bit of a better approach. You feel me? Like the way you came off, it was a little rough. You feel me? That's why that nigga had to shoot you in the mouth. He had to pop you in the mouth, nigga. I'm just saying. Anthony's just looking at him like, if you're not gonna collab with me, get out my face, all right? Because he nodded up, okay? He nodded up Holly. He already has the ring indents in his in his face. All right, his face is looking like a Mary Kay ad. His boop 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 boop. All right, ring indents all over the face, right? Not gonna lie, Ras B sounds like my moderator JD. Shout out to JD if you watch it. He sounds just like JD. It's not even funny, and I think JD knows him. So then we see Big Lou and Ara start arguing, and Lou basically tells Ara to stay out of it. Okay, so he's like, Ara. Basically, like he's asking his hand in marriage. Okay, he goes, Ara. All right, so he goes, Ara. We're not really talking about that right now. Like, stay out of it. It's not none of your business. Basically, telling him to shut up. Which, to be honest, we didn't really need Ara's input, even though we know what Chef D did was wrong. And like I said, he really should have hit Chef D just for sneaking Anthony the first time. To be honest, he should have just did it. Because after this happens, we see Big Lou and Ara start arguing. And next thing you know, Big Lou ends up popping Ara in the face and really slaps the activation out of his perm. Okay, he no longer had a perm after he slapped him. Okay, we see his perm just come up, and not gonna lie, that wasn't the only unit we seen come up. Chef D, I see your little toupee, okay, in the air lifting. It was coming combust, okay? It looked like he got electrocuted. It was fizzing. I was like, I see it, Let's not just keep on ARA. I see your unit, Chef D, all right? It was giving unique. I see it. So then Lou, like I said, reaches back so far, he slacked the activation out of Banga's perm. Mind you, Chef D sneaks him like a Bearskin Bear. Okay, typical Bearskin Bear behavior. He just couldn't avoid sneaking him. He boop, 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 boop. Bop, 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 bop. Hit him in the head. Right after Lou hits him. Mind you, Lou was putting in that work, so there was no point of you jumping in and hitting him for no reason. This is why I said from the first episode recap, something about Chef D doesn't rub me the right way. Like, he's just like, he comes across as like a big clout chaser that just is thirsty for fame. And those type of people you really got to stay away from. So that's why, like, I never really seen it for him. I'm just like, yeah, like, I really don't see how him and Santana went out. Like, that is so shocking to me to this day, seeing how he really is. So then they go 4 rounds, and y'all, ARA was looking like Cat Williams. I said, oh, Lord. He was over here looking like, your face is beautiful for the radio, okay? He was running around looking like Cat Williams. He boop, 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 boop. He run around looking like Cat Williams. He's trying to get a 4th round. I said, oh, my God. I said, if you don't put your perm down and get a brush and say, okay, we like Sway did on season 2 of Baddies, and when she was just like, I cut my hair like this for a reason. Y'all want to see how I, put gel on my hair, how I put it down? Y'all want to see how I put my gel on my hair? Watch. You should have did you one of those. Because the perm was just a lifting, and it didn't look right. It looked right. Not gonna lie, Lou beat him up. Then for a couple of rounds, he did him a big one, okay? He not only kicked him at one point, he pushed him at one point. When they were their last round, basically Lou jumps up in the air like he Kung Fu Panda and said, baka, baka, buka, baka, bak. And hits ARA to the floor. Poor ARA. I don't know. I guess he was trying to tackle. It looked like he was trying to tackle Lou. And Lou kind of peeped game, so he jumped up and went down. Okay? Because he learned from what Rudd did when he hit him with something nasty. Okay? So he learned his lesson. I said, good job, Lou. Okay? You did you a big one. Lou did go live tonight, basically said that he didn't really like what happened and everything. Stay tuned for that video so you guys can see his explanation. He said he didn't really like what happened. And apparently, Big Banga sat in his room for about 4 days because he was depressed about what happened to him and him getting popped and socked and knocked and slapped and deactivated on the Zeus network. Okay? So then, meanwhile, in between time, Banga wanted to keep going. And Ras B is like yelling at him. So he's just like, you're not done with it, nigga. Like, calm down, nigga. Like, shut up. Shut the fuck up. If you ain't pulling that, then shut up. Okay? He hit it with the Barbie. So ARA wasn't having it. He's just like, don't disrespect me like that. You're not going to keep disrespecting me. You keep talking. Okay? I got to pressure with this nigga. Stop talking to me like that. So I'm just like, Ras B, why are you jumping into this? Because you have had yet to have any drama with any of the cast members. You just want to insert for a little bit of camera time. Like, I see what you're doing. Okay? Like, we didn't need your insert. We really did it, Ras B. Okay? Come and go in the studio, make those beats. Okay, and stop focusing on these bad boys drama. So then we see Anthony's friend in the meantime trying to get inside. So here, boo, 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 boo. Chef D, bring your bear ass out here. Bring your Bearskin Bear ass out here. Bring it out. Papa Bear, Mama Bear. So they knocking at the door. They knock, boo, 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 boo. They knocking at the door. And then most of the cast ends up going outside, which I'm just like, that was a really bad safety measure on Zeus, because it's like, what if they did have a strap like Stuttergraw was alleged to have on Big Biggie? Like, what if they had a strap and then, pow! Jonathan ends up doing set it off like Queen Latifah before he hops in his truck. That could have ended up really bad. So I'm kind of like, I side-eye Zeus when I seen that. Like they had let the whole cast kind of swiddle out the door. Next thing you know, we see Mo City Bay apparently two-pieced one of Anthony's friends. So I guess Mo City Bay wanted to get some of that sexual frustration he had in that house out on a random. So he baka buka bak, right? And Anthony's talking to one of the producers. Meanwhile, and he's like, "Oh, like I should go home. Like I'm not gonna lie, I think I should go home because this situation might turn like really bad. Like, yeah, like I'm gonna go home because my hand is big and I'm scratched up, and I got a ring in it. So I'm finna go home." So he's telling the producer that, and then we see Jonathan try to get to basically Anthony's friends. They even had one of Anthony's friends locked up. Okay. Boom. Like he finna go to jail. I know damn well y'all not finna call the police on them, okay? Because if they found out what production y'all was doing, y'all shut the whole house down. So this is there with Jonathan trying to get to them. Then they're bringing them back inside. Child, we see that big Lou's Cartier shades were crushed. Not gonna lie, Banger probably crushed them and threw them outside the window when your bitch ass wasn't paying attention. Banger probably saw them sitting at the table because he probably left him at the table. He said, he like, I'm finna get this hoe. I'm gonna get my lick back. And he, because remember, y'all see Banger kind of walking on his own. So he probably cracked it. He threw it out the window. He was like, bitch. And then he threw that bitch out the window. That's what I think happened to your Cartier glasses, Big Lou. All right. So you might want to check with ARA with that. Okay. So it's the next day, and we see Darrell come out to the basketball court with the wig on. And Mo City said he looks like Joanna Man. And I'm just wondering if you like a man. Mo City, I'm playing. Just kidding. So the Darrell was funny as hell in this scene. And to be honest, I saw some flirtatious energy between him and Prince. So I'm like, ew, let me find out Prince, he wants some Darrell's Baton Rouge Debbie cakes. Let me find out. Because there was some heavy flirtatious energy. I was like, oh, okay. And then I was just like, look at my ass while I shake and I bounce this ball. I'm going to bounce my ass on your toe if you don't be careful. Oh. So I was like, I peep it, I see it, and I like it, right? To be honest, Darrell is needed on this show. And I know some people don't really like him because sometimes he comes across like rude, especially on live. But to me, he can fit in with any cast member on the show when it comes to conversation. Like they could put him in any scene and he'll make the scene funny or he'll be able to get conversation out of people. You can't find a lot of cast members on that. Carry On to me is one of the worst with that. You put him in certain scenes with people, he's awkward. He could barely talk. It's like pulling like, you get what I'm saying? It's like a wallflower. But with Darrell, he comes in, he's like, oh, yeah. He starts shaking his butt, start being funny. Like, he's needed on the show because he blends very well with the other cast members. Main character energy. So, Prince says something in the confessional. He says, Darrell knows and I know. And I'm like, what do we know? Just saying. So then we see Ras B writing music, okay? He's writing his diss track to Omarion and Lil Fizz. Okay, so he's just like, this bitch ass nigga, I fucked his baby mother. He doesn't even know it. Bitch asshole. And then Jonathan walks in. So he's like, oh, what's up? So they start talking about like the night before or whatever, and the whole situation with him and ARA. So they call it ARA. Okay? They call him in. ARA comes in, he sits down, he's just like, I'm not gonna lie to you. I was really debating, should I really beat your ass tonight? Because like that's what I was gonna do. I was gonna really beat your ass. So should I just beat your ass or should I just wait to beat your ass? I'm still debating. And then Ras B's kind of caught off guard. He's like, whole time, Jonathan's just having a good key out of it. So he's like the Cheshire cat, okay? He looking more like a cat than Anthony. He cheesing. So then Ara was just like, not gonna lie, what you did yesterday, it was rude to me. Like you was really pressing me and I wasn't talking to you. So like, I really should have slapped you. Like, what's up? You disrespectful. And then Ras B didn't really want to talk, so he's just like, I don't really like you rude as fuck. I'm not trying to talk to you, nigga. So then he's just like, so then don't. So the next thing, Ras B does apologize to him. He does apologize and basically says, "Oh, like I'm sorry for basically me being rude to you. If you felt I was like being dismissive towards you, I'm sorry, blase, blase, and so forth, right?" And meanwhile, when he tried to, before he apologized, Ras B tried to turn into a poem and basically kind of explain why he said what he did. Basically, like, if the wind is up and the clouds is blue, and I wasn't having it. I was just like, shut up. I don't give a fuck. Do you want to get beat the fuck up? Like, he didn't really care. I said, I know that's right, all right. You better stand up for yourself. And then ARA asks if Anthony's okay. And I'm like, at this point, do you know Anthony like that to really care that much? I get it. Of course, he's a good human being. He cares that much. But he's giving you want the Debbie cakes. Okay? Boop, boop, boop. Let me find out. Okay? Let me find out. He had some Anthony's chocolate cakes. If you chocolate, you guys know what I mean. All right. So then we see Lou, Orlando, and Chef D talk about the night before. To be honest, that's like a skip scene. It's like the same repetitive thing. They could have left that out. And then we see Darrell FaceTime Anthony. And apparently Anthony's hand swelled up. So Darrell's FaceTime Anthony. He's just like, what's up? Oh, your hand is horrendous. It's humongous. Oh, mind you, it's giving me flashbacks of when Raven had that big hand. I was just like, oh my God, Anthony's hand was looking like this. I said, oh my God. All right. Darrell was like, it's humongous. Right. After that happens, we see basically Anthony saying, hey, I'm not coming back to the house. At the end of the day, I'm not going to get jumped, so on and so forth. I did me a big one, blase, blase, blase. Darrell to me is a fake friend to Anthony. I don't think they were ever really cool. I know, of course, they were friends, but like, I don't feel like they're really authentic friends to each other. That's just what I see. Because the whole time, Darrell didn't even seem like he cared. He was just like, oh, you're not coming back? I hate that for you. Well, I gotta go to the club. And guess what? My battery for my, ankle monitor and go about my business. No, when I'm just like, this boy don't really care about anything like that. And to be honest, Darrell, stop showing off the ankle monitor. It's not a flex. You're bound, okay? You're like Kanye West, bound, da, da, da. Like, I know you're tired of loving. Nobody to love. Nobody. So let's grab somebody. Not leaving this party. See, you can't even leave the party without them knowing where you're going. Stop showing off the ankle monitor. Real street people know that's not a flex. That limits you on really making moves. A real street person not going to want an ankle monitor because they're going to want to make moves. They're going to want to have motion. Like, come on now. I'm not no hood nigga, but it's like, I know them. And like, that's like the biggest fear of them because it's like, it limits them. They can't do nothing. So I really hate that he keeps flexing that. Like, it's not like, oh my God, like, stop doing that. So then they head to the strip club and Darrell tells them that Anthony isn't coming back. Of course, all of them are like, yes. Jonathan's like, oh, it worked. I got him out, blah, blah, blah. So then apparently some of them will be performing. Ras B says he'll be performing. Any Ras B single listeners out there, if y'all listen to some of his hot tracks, let me know how it sounds, okay? And then is the music good? Because is it good to listen to that on the iPod? Is it good like that? And then they had some strippers come and dance on the dudes, bounce their big day because they boop, 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 pop, boop, 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 boop. Okay, Darrell's enjoying it. He's like, oh, all this sauce on my thighs. All right. And then Orlando is a really good husband. We find out that he is married, okay, and his wife wouldn't appreciate him doing anything like that. So he sat in the back of the strip club, and our Chanelicas could come in and give him a lap dance. I said, I know that's right, Orlando. Orlando is really proving me wrong with this show because I thought that we were going to get a whole nother side of him that was going to show him in a very negative light. And all we've seen is positivity and funniness from him. So thank God. I really feel like Zeus did him a favor so far with this editing and really making sure that we see that he's not this crazed person that this media portrays him to be. So thank God for that. All right. The episode kind of ends there with them at the strip club. We see Chef D yelling like a bear at the end of the show, like, hey, right? And then that's really about it. All right. Let me know what you guys think about this episode. And we're out, babies.
Ain't no personal thing.